Music Access. Have you ever thought about good news for someone being bad news for another person? Here's an easy example. When a beloved star falls in love. The star might be enjoying his or her happiest moment, but for the star's fans, it could be heartbreaking news. It could feel like their love was being stolen by someone else, and although there might be other fans who will congratulate the new couple and wish for their happiness, there might be some who are feeling a little more negative. As such, good news that might bring a smile to my face could bring tears to others, but just the same, bad news for me could be the good news that someone else has been anxiously waiting for. I guess what we need to hope for is, when we're met with these moments, we act wisely. And that my tears or my laughter won't cause pain for someone else. Sound good? The first song you heard today, Sunday, October 18th, 2015, was Cool Kids by Echo Smith. So our Sunday show, welcome to the Sunday edition of Music Access, where we have our corner Scribble, where it's exactly as it sounds. You write in whatever you want. Pretend Music Access is a big notepad, your private journal, and feel free to write about anything and anything. You can write about something and be honest to yourself and think about what was hard, what was embarrassing, what was a proud moment, or anything about the past week, past month, past year. Or you could just ask me any questions you might have, any messages you might want to send on to other people, or to me. Go ahead and share with us by writing Scribble on your title. Now, here's how you can listen and participate. If you have a smartphone, you can download the Arirang Radio app or TuneIn Radio app to listen to our programs and send in your messages. And if you use a computer, congratulations. Just visit www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess to listen to us or leave your messages. Another way you can tune in is via terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Not Daejeong Island, Jeju Island. Now y'all have been sending great song requests and keep them coming non-stop by posting up a message on our message board under the title request. And before we come back to Scribble, let's check out two songs. Starting with the song Confident by Demi Lovato, followed by The Nights by Avicii. Be with you, and if you feel the same, shall we meet here? Will you tell me your story? If you're shy, you can playfully scribble, and if you don't know where to start, you can start with the doodle and scribble. Good job, that's how we'll begin our story. I wanna be with you. Our Sunday Corner Scribble is just that. This corner's for you to think freely and just doodle out your thoughts. It's a chance to be honest to yourself and think about what was hard, what was embarrassing, or what was a proud moment from the past week. Go ahead and share with us by writing Scribble on your title. Now let's go to our first message, which comes from Darcy Ann from the USA, saying, "Annyeong Benji, I heard you read my note about the whodunit and the tuxedos. Sam may already own one, so we wouldn't have to worry about him getting one. So how do we convince your management company to buy them for each of the members of BIG? You could wear them when you sing Between Night and Music during concert performances, and then you would have one yourself that you could borrow to wear on Music Access. Take care, Benji, Darcy Ann." Personally, just my personal opinion, Sam probably has a tuxedo. I'm about 90% sure he has one, and for me, I do not have a tuxedo now that I come to think of it. I've rented tuxedos before. I don't believe I have one here, but I don't think I'd want to wear a tuxedo when I do Between Night and Music, just because, Tuxedos and dancing don't quite work all the way, unless it's a specialized tuxedo, which is a little bit more expensive than your average tuxedo. And when it's a little bit more expensive than your average tuxedo, we gotta kind of, save a little bit of money, I can't really convince them to buy one for each of the members of BIG as well, because, it wouldn't be interesting if we're all dressed the exact same. We have to be a little bit different, certain differences between each other. So when it comes to tuxedos, we'll put that on the back burner. And then for us, we are just gonna, we'll think about it. Darcy had recommended that the loser for the next set of competitions wear a tuxedo. And I don't know, it's very, I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's food for thought, we'll say. And I'm not quite hungry, so we'll leave that on the back burner and let it bubble away a little bit and let that, thought sink in while we wait. And while we wait, we'll check out 2 songs before we continue on, starting with the song that Nayanti of Indonesia wants to hear, On My Mind by Ellie Goulding, followed by the song Mylene of the USA requested, Home by Dowtree. We just heard On My Mind by Ellie Goulding, followed by Home by Dowtree. It's a very addicting song. Why I got you on my mind, ba 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 ba. Alright, so remember, you're listening to Music Access with me, Benji of BIG, and we are on our corner Scribble. The memorable events that happened to you this week, don't just go over them in your head, but try writing down your feelings by jotting down your thoughts comfortably, just like you're doodling. We're sharing your thoughts here on Sunday through Scribble, and our next message comes from Joshua Montel from the Netherlands, saying, Good afternoon, Benji. Your MA girl, Unita, has been actively promoting you a long time. Every day after I wake up, she says, Josh, did you check in on Benji? You missed a lot. Have a great day, Benji, and shout out to the MA girls, Unita, Sophie, Rusi, and Siska, and brother Leon. It's good to hear from you, Josh. I remember that before you always mentioning that Unita was always telling you to check out Music Access, and it's good to hear from you. And I just want to say, Unita, you are an awesome girl. Keep on promoting that Music Access goodness. And when it comes on, checking out Music Access, we do have a lot of awesome stuff, for those of you who are maybe tuning in to us for the first time. We have great corners on our weekdays. Our weekend corners are mainly reserved for, reading everyone's messages, but we have great stuff, starting with talking about, the K-entertainment world on Mondays. We have, even more awesome stuff. We have music corners on Tuesdays, kind of men and women corner Wednesdays. We have life corners on Thursdays, and we have fun party time on Friday. Yes, it's weird to have fun party time on Friday, but doesn't it make sense? Because, it is Friday, so might as well turn up, right? And especially, by the way, for those of you who may or may not know, tomorrow we have April joining us in the studio. That's right. The new, fresh girl group, April, will be joining us. So if you have anything to ask them, anything you want to say to them, or if you just want to stop by and say hi, go ahead and write to them by writing a message and putting April on your title. Whew! Now we're going to continue on with 2 more songs, starting with the song that of the USA requested, Slow Down by Selena Gomez, and Unita of Indonesia, High Five. You want to hear 100 Years by Five for Fighting. We just heard Slow Down by Selena Gomez, followed by 100 Years by Five for Fighting. Side note, this was a song that I'd had to learn on the piano a long time ago, back when I was in high school, just because, I liked this whole kind of piano, acoustic kind of sound, and I had to learn it, and it was fun. It's a good sound to learn on the piano. I like the chord progression, too. Our next message comes from Wilma Stevens from Australia, saying, Hi, Benji, Muji, and the Music Access family. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'd just like to apologize, dearest Benji, Muji, and the MA family, for not being able to listen live in the show for a long time, but please know I've always been thinking of you and wishing you all the best of health and happiness. I'd also like to thank Natasha from Sydney and Tony from the Philippines, and to all the MA family for keeping me up to date with the show whilst I haven't been able to listen in live. The MA family is just the best. Benji, can you please help me say thanks to them all, and thank you for bringing us all together. Music Access is the best. Thank you, everyone. I'm agreeing with you. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are all fun days. It's a fresh week, and let's have a lot of fun and safe adventures ahead. Thank you, and take care. I think, first of all, we'll say a round of applause for everyone in our MA family. Yeah. This goes for anyone, whether you're a first-time listener, a long-time supporter, or even someone who just stops by occasionally. You are all welcome in the family. All you have to do is just remember when you come to have lots of fun. It's all about having fun here, so whenever you stop by, remember to leave a message saying that you did. And if you want to, tell me about your day. Tell me about how stuff's going. Wilma, no problem whatsoever. I know people get busy and people do have a tendency to miss out, but the fact that you can stop by and the fact that you stop by to write a message really means a lot to me. So thank you for that. And Music Access is the best. MAB. I don't know if that means anything, but we'll make it now. Capital M-A-B. M-A to the B. Alright, so we're going to continue on with two more songs, starting first with the song that Kirine of Thailand wants to hear, 너 같은 사람 또 없어 by Super Junior, and Melody Pick, also of Thailand, requested 말해줘 by C-Clown. We just heard 너 같은 사람 또 없어 by Super Junior, followed by 말해줘 by C-Clown. And continuing on with our Scribble corner, our next message comes from myself from the Philippines, saying, hello, baby Benji, how have you been? You look really good in your new hairstyle. Anyway, have a great day and be careful not to catch a cold, which is actually a much more possibility now. I did not realize this, but for those of you who haven't seen my new hairstyle yet, shame on you. But for real, it's very, very, light on the sides. So then, now that, I have pretty much very, very short hair on the sides, it's a lot cooler. I can definitely feel the breeze running through my hair and all that stuff when I go through, my daily life. And it's not a bad thing. It's really, really nice, especially when I wear a snapback or when I wear a strap back or when I wear the caps. Caps fit much better now because it was all hard trying to put all that hair in that tiny cap. But then instead, now that we're getting back to the whole, healthy and all that stuff, kind of awesome hairstyle stuff, fashion's starting to work again, which is a big deal because, winter's coming up and my winter fashion game is a little weak right now. So, hopefully to go with this new hair, I'll be able to find some new outfits that will maybe help complement the new look. If you guys have any recommendations, go ahead and let me know on our message board. I've heard ideas like pea coats, sweaters, knits. Usually I just used to wear a really, really heavy, winter padded jacket and a t-shirt when I was a trainee. And I feel like I shouldn't dress like that anymore. Not that that's a bad thing, but when I have to go outside, it's probably maybe not the most fashionable thing. I don't know, my personal opinion. So give me some ideas on our message board, and now we're going to check out two songs requested by our listeners, starting with the song that Mika of Japan wants to hear, 기가 막혀 Awesome by And Flying, and Yoko, also of Japan, requested Closer by Oh My Girl. We just heard 기가 막혀 Awesome by And Flying, followed by Closer by Oh My Girl, and it's the end of our first hour. After a short break, we'll continue on with Scribble introducing your messages and thoughts. So we'll come back with the second hour after checking out the song that Samantha of Australia wants to hear, Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue. You're listening to Music Access with me, Benji of B.I.G. And our first song starting off the second hour of our show for Sunday, October 18th, was Let It Go by James Bay. Now, of course, here's how you can listen and participate on Music Access. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphones, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website, www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess, and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeon. Now, before we move on, we're going to check out two songs, starting with the song Love Myself by Haley Steinfeld, followed with Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd. We just heard Love Myself by Haley Steinfeld, followed by Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd. Put your hands up if you love The Weeknd, cause we are on The Weeknd. Get it? Woo! I only call you when it's time past 5. Okay, so you're listening to the second hour of Music Access for Sunday. And the day is coming. It's tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, October 19th, we'll see some changes here at Music Access in line with our fall reshuffle. So, our daily corner, Time Traveler's Mail box, will change to a new corner called Me You. So, I'll tell you about the corner. Me You is all about stories about me that I want to tell DJ Benji. Stories about the people around me that I want to tell our MA family. Stories about my day. Stories about my friends and my family. All those stories we'll share about me, you, and everyone around us on Me You, Me You. So, if you want to participate in our brand new corner that begins next Monday, go ahead and write Me You on the title and send your messages to our message board. Also, on October 19th, to celebrate our fall reshuffle, we'll have a girl group coming into the studio to have fun together. Which girl group? You might have already known. It's the cute and special April. Is there a special talent from April's members that you want to see? Do you have questions for April's members? Is there something you want to say to April's members? To write into them, go ahead and write April on your title and leave us a message on our message board. April will be joining us for the second hour of our Monday show on October 19th, so make sure to stay tuned. And our Monday guest, Karen, will also be there, so I hope you guys all look forward to our special date with April. Also, for our Friday corner, Buddy Buddy. Y'all heard that Yuki will be joining us instead of Crazino from now on, so I hope you guys look forward to that. And send in a lot of welcoming messages to her. I think she brings a nice spin to the corner, although I will miss Crazino being super awesome at the games. Alright, so our Saturday, Sunday corners will remain the same, so make sure to send in your messages nonstop to participate. Now, our Sunday corner, Scribble Scribble, is just like using Music Access as a big notepad. Just as you jot down your ideas, thoughts, and what's been on your mind without thinking too much on a notepad, you can send them in to us here so we can all share. It'll be your messages filling up this corner, so feel free to jot down what's on your mind. And before we move on, we're going to check out a message, and we have myself from the Philippines saying, or I'm sorry, not myself, we have Suzanne Chua from Singapore, sorry about that, saying, "Good day, Benji, you look good with a new haircut. Looking good. Thank you. I should post more about my new haircut on SNS, I guess." It says, "I had lunch with my boss last Thursday to celebrate my birthday. My birthday was actually this past Friday, and that's why I was only able to listen to a part of Music Access that day. Miss the handsome face of yours, just dropping by because I might not be able to tune in tomorrow, but you're gonna miss April. Hope you have a good day and a good weekend. Love, Suze." That sounds like an awesome time. Lunch with the boss to celebrate the birthday. I'm assuming that he or she paid for the meal. And I think, I was watching a program about office life, and there's a whole comedy with Steve Carell, and they went out to lunch. And I feel like getting lunch with a boss might be a little fun sometimes. I have never really had lunch with a boss before, but then again, I guess it's something that I'll experience later in life. So, why rush in? Congratulations on that past birthday. Hope you had a lot of fun turning up. Hopefully not turning up too much, because you were eating with your boss. And don't worry, we'll record it for you somehow, so you can check out April sometime soon. Alright, so we're going to continue on with 2 songs, starting with a song that Mylene of the USA requested, 돌려놔 by One Punch, followed by Secret Number by Blady. Beep, 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 beep. We just heard the song 돌려놔 by One Punch, followed by Secret Number by Blady. Shout out to Tina, shout out to One, and shout out to Punch. Side note, when One Punch was promoting their song 돌려놔, we were actually promoting Between Night and Music. And, this is before the whole Show Me the Money blew up. And, yeah, it was interesting. So One in that group, or I guess in the X group now, because One is now with YG. Yeah, interesting stuff, guys. I have to show me the money. For those of you who don't know, one signed up with a YG. But he is the same age as Kunmin and Minpyo. So he's a 94er. And he's a really, really chill guy. You know, he's a very, awesome character. I thought he'd speak English, because he kind of looks like, he grew up in the States or something. But, no, he's full Korean and all that stuff. But, he's, rocking the Jesus pieces, got that bling-bling on, performing, and, they're pretty good. Go check out their music and go check out, One's performances and all that stuff on that, rapping show. And Blady, check out all their music as well. Support and shout out to the lovely Tina, who is also, I'm doing a program with here at Arirang. Super bubbly, super nice. Go check out all her music and support the show. Now we're going to move on to our next message, which comes from... It's actually a double message, kind of, from Darcy Ann from the USA, saying, you talked about Christmas and Halloween this week, so here are my 2 cents about that. I'm not a big fan of Christmas too much, as I had a lot of depression at the times past, and my favorite holiday is Halloween because I can pretend to be who or what I want to be for an entire day, and I like that very much. Take care, Benji, Darcy, Ann. I think that that actually reflects perfectly with our topic of role-playing. When it comes to these Halloweens, people always like dressing up in costume. Obviously, that's the thing that everyone loves to do. But then you can pretend to be something you're not. For example, I know a friend who is very, very shy. Exceedingly shy in front of girls and in front of guys. And then he went to a Halloween party dressed up in a kind of like a mask and face paint so no one could really recognize him. And then he decided to just go for it, be super sociable, be super open with people. And he just, he went for it, and he said he had an amazing time, just like meeting a bunch of people on all this stuff. So, if you can, maybe try it out. I'm just saying it sounds like it could be a good thing. Just my 3 cents on the matter. Get what I'm saying? But, yeah. Maybe role-playing. I might go as Tigger this Halloween. Or I probably won't, because I probably won't have time to do anything. But yes, if I do, I might go as a Pikachu. I'm changing it all the time. Alright, so we're going to continue on by checking out 2 more awesome songs, starting with a song that Huyen of Vietnam wants to hear, 여보세요 by New East, followed by 시끄러워 You by WhatsApp. We just heard the song 여보세요 by New East, followed by 시끄러워 You by WhatsApp. So guys, what's up? What's up? Okay, sorry, no one's really gonna get that unless you've been watching a series of scary movies, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, so our next message comes from Unita Suino from Indonesia, saying, Hi Benji, I remember you saying at some point that we shouldn't blame it on our age. Okay, Benji, I will never use my age as an excuse, so is it okay if I say that I will always be forever young? Some of my friends who are not in the same age as me said that I'm so cute and look so much younger than my actual age, and one of them even said that I looked 16, I'm not aging anymore. Or rather, that since I turned 16, I'm not aging anymore. Is that possible? I'm happy to have a baby face, but sometimes it's kind of embarrassing when people think I'm still around 14 to 17 years old. Benji, do you remember my actual age? How about you, Benji? Which one do you prefer? Looking younger or older than your actual age? I would say, for that, it really depends on how old you are and what you look like. I know people who look super, super young, who, they age faster. Then there's people who are, they look a little bit older than their age in their early 20s, but then they retain that face later on in life. For me, I'd say it's better. I'm not going to say better or worse, but for me personally, I'd rather continue to look younger than looking older because, looking older is something that happens gradually, but you can't continue to look younger unless you kind of maintain a face, maintaining all that porcelain skin and whatnot. And so I think one of the most important things in order to do that is a lot of this kind of self-maintaining. And if I'm going to do that, that requires a lot of discipline. So actually, for people who have a young-looking face, I kind of say, they must have a lot of discipline in keeping their face like that. There's people, of course, that have nothing, that are just normally, they just look super young. And, I applaud that as well. Good job for that. I met this woman who she was past 40, but she looked in her late 20s or early 30s. It was crazy. She looked super young. But, and then again, no matter how old or young you look, your mannerisms are still going to come out and give away your age. Even if you're 50 and you look like you're 20, you're still going to act like you're 50, And those kind of things kind of give away those kind of age things. So it's all, in the end, to a certain extent, a little bit superficial. But, to each his or her own, I guess. I think, the best we can hope for is that we retain a beautiful, smiling face throughout the rest of our lives. And I'm sure that will help create a happier life. My personal opinion and my 4 cents on the issue. Now we're going to check out 2 songs before we continue on, starting first with the song Wiggle Wiggle by Hello Venus, followed with the song that Shreya of Bangladesh wants to hear, Tonight by Sam. We just heard Wiggle Wiggle by Hello Venus, followed by Tonight by Sam. Side note, for those of you who didn't know, Sam is an awesome singer, and he does stop by on our Tuesday Corner, and he's an amazing singer. Did I mention that he's a really good singer? Yeah. He's also an awesome guy. So make sure to check out our Tuesday Corner Men of Music while we have him. Oh, yeah. And our next message comes from Wilma Stevens from Australia, saying, hello, Benji, Muji, and all the Music Access family. I just want to say Muji looks super cute whenever you snuggle and cuddle him, and you guys are super adorable. I'm curious though, does Muji get hugs from all the guests on the show and from your fellow BIG members as well? I would love to give you both hugs one day and lots of virtual hugs to both you and Muji and all the Music Access family. Best wishes always and stay safe and well. Fighting. I would say that I've never really given Muji a chance to get hugged by any of the guests on their shows. I mean, our regular guests, of course, they have chances to hug him and all that stuff because, they're regular guests. But when we have, other guests on our show, whether that was Unique, New East, or we had, who else do we have? We had The Ark on here, we had Hello Venus on here. I've never really said, outright, this is, my son, this is Muji, he is our mascot, and he's super fluffy. But I guess I should do that, when April comes in, maybe I'll put him in the middle and be like, don't be nervous, just have fun, and if you ever get nervous, go ahead and give him a squeeze and a smell. Not a smell, that would be weird. Give him a squeeze, pat his head. He's here to make you guys feel comfortable. And when it comes to the BIJ members, they have not had a chance to really see him in person yet because we do keep him here at Arirang because, what if one day I totally forgot to bring him here? Then that would be horrible because he's the Music Access mascot, right? So he stays here guarding Arirang Tower when I'm not here. But hopefully when BIG does get a chance to come into the studio, I'll be able to show him off to them. And I've told my members a lot about him before, though, and I've said, he is our awesome mascot. So when you show up, or when the BIG members show up, remember to show him lots of love. Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to see him soon. Alright, so we're going to continue on by checking out 2 more songs, starting with a song. First, 4 or 5 Seconds by Rihanna, Kanye West, and Paul McCartney, followed with LA Love by Fergie. Alright, so we just heard 4 or 5 Seconds by Rihanna, Kanye West, and Paul McCartney, legendary trio, followed by LA Love by Fergie. And it's time to say goodbye for today. Our last song for today is A Beautiful Mess by Jason Mraz, requested by Desiree of the USA. This was Benji of BIG, and as always, I'll be back.